What's up, y'all? It's your guy, eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your Michael Venom Page versus Kevin Holland breakdown on UFC 299's main card. I can't wait for it in Miami, Florida. I'm going to be streaming. It's going to be dope. I can't wait. It's going to be a great fucking fight. Or it could be a bore fest. I don't know. But it pains me, and I'm going to start off the video. It pains me to say this. I don't know if you guys were able to catch Fight Talk number 25. We got 25 of them hoes out, but if you weren't able to catch it, I kind of spilled the beans and I said I'm leaning towards the evil UK boy, Michael Venom Page. Sadly, as much as I love Kevin Holland, y'all. I love Kevin Holland, but Kevin Holland doesn't want to win, and you gotta want to win to win. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that desire to win, to actually win. And I don't see that with Kevin. Now, am I saying Kevin is coming to lose? No. But am I also saying Kevin cares about winning money than winning fights? Yeah. I thought Kevin had a decent performance against JDM. I didn't think he lost that fight. Actually, watching it live, I thought he won. But it was a close fight. But Kevin says some really crazy things before that fight that really disturbed me. That he said, like, oh, I don't see myself being a world champion. Then why are you fighting? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're fighting to not be a world champion, I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. He wants to make money. It is what it is. But that should be the goal, though, is to be a world champion. Like, shouldn't it? Like, that should be the goal. That's why every fighter is fighting, is to be a world champion. And Kevin, he's so talented. He's so long. He has so much potential. He's athletic. But he gets in his own way and doesn't want to be a world champion, doesn't want to win important fights. He can beat a lot of guys based on talent like he did Chiesa, right? But when it's these top guys like the Derek Brunsons, the Marvin Vittoris, the Stephen Wonderboy Thompsons, he doesn't have what they have, that desire to win. They believe one day, even though they're never going to win a world championship, they believe they can be a world champion. If you told Marvin Vittori, hey, you're not going to be a world champion, he would look at you crazy with them Italian eyes and saying, you're fucking nuts! I am! You know, he's gonna go off on you. You know, because he has that desire to be a world champion. You know what I'm saying? Even though he probably's not. He's probably gonna lose to Brendan Allen in a few weeks. So, just saying. But besides that, though, my point is that those guys have that desire, and that's why they win their fights. That's why, you know, they're in better positions in the top 5 or in the top 10, or they were in the top 10, or they were in the top 5 for that reason, right? Because they had that desire. And the reason why Kevin has never been able to reach the top 5, why he hasn't been able to reach the echelon of his own division at middleweight or 170, is he lacks that desire. Michael Venom Page, on the other hand, coming from Bellator, he's a top contender. You could call it the B-Leagues, whatever you want to. He still was a top contender. Even though those motherfuckers have copyrighted my shit because they're fucking assholes, he still was a top contender in his division. He still was that guy in his division. He fought for an interim title, lost to Logan Storley, who was a really good fighter in Bellator, really good wrestler. But in my humble opinion, Michael Venom Page, he's just a better striker. And this is going to be very reminiscent of the Wonderboy Stephen Thompson fight. I don't think Michael is going to have the amount of offensive success Stephen Thompson's going to have, but he's going to have success in key moments. He just has better distance management. And unless Kevin finally smartens up in this matchup and goes for takedowns, goes for the clinch, tries to dirty box, make it ugly, and not try to fight his fight like he did with Wonderboy Stephen Thompson, which was one of the craziest things I've ever seen a fighter do, is just show -3 IQ and try to fight someone in their world, their expertise, where they're a world champion at, is what Kevin Holland did with Stephen Thompson. If he does the smart thing, he has a really good chance of winning this fight. But the problem is, I know, you know, he's not. And that's where I kind of see Michael Venom Page being the favorite in this fight. I understand it. I get it. If you're putting money on him, I don't blame you. Is he a bad parlay piece? No, I don't. I don't think so. Am I putting money on him? I don't have any. I don't have the goal as a Michael Venom Page hater to put money on him, but I am picking him to win this fight. I hope and I pray to God Kevin Holland smartens up and fucking smokes this dude. But yeah, like I sadly I just feel like in terms of a striking point of view, Michael's just better than him. It pains me to say that because I don't like the taunting that he does. I don't. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm sorry. Like either you're that guy that I want to see get fucking smoked for taunting, or you know sadly in this situation, I think you're gonna win, right? Because he just has him outgunned in that particular area. But if we look at their fights though in general, but actually before we look at their fights, let's talk about the tail of the tape. Actually, Kevin Holland comes with a record of 25-10, is fighting out Fort Worth, Texas. Age 31, a height of 6'3", and a reach of 81. Michael Venom Page comes with a record of 21-2. Is fighting in England. Age 36, height of 6'3", and a reach of 79. So the reach is actually going to be interesting to see. The reach battle is going to be interesting to see who can really use their length, who can effectively use their footwork to their favor. But that's interesting. But one of the things that really kind of just goes crazy at my face a little bit is the age. Holland's a lot younger than Michael Venom Page, and Michael's 36. So it's not necessarily the best look, but the problem is, even though, yeah, Michael's a little older, I still think he's better. And that's just the hardcore truth of how I personally feel. I just think Michael is better. I truly believe that deep down in my heart. I just think Michael is a better fighter, skill for skill. His footwork is better. His striking accolades are better. And what he's shown in the octagon has been better. Yeah, it was in a different promotion, but if you look at some of his performances against Derek Anderson, where probably one of his best performances, where he just went out there and just broke Derek Anderson down completely and just made him look like a fucking punching bag. What he was able to do to Douglas Lima in the rematch, able to get knockdowns. Yes, Douglas Lima could have potentially won this fight based on grappling control, but is Kevin Holland going to go for takedowns? I doubt it. So you look at that, and then his last fight, his Cody Yamchi fight, the leg kick that he threw, just the precise timing and his ability to find those shots. You know what I'm saying? To catch his opponents off guard. You know what I'm saying? And his accuracy is what showed. He's a good point fighter. He's a good point karate fighter. That's who he is, and he's really good at that art. Now Kevin Holland, he's coming off a fight with Jack Della Maddalena. It was a split decision, close fight. I thought Kevin looked good, but it was more of a boxing oriented fight against a guy with really short T-Rex arms, and he's a pocket fighter. And Kevin should have made that fight. And I picked Kevin in that fight, but Kevin should have exploited Jack Della Maddalena on the feet. He should have. If you have that such a big reach advantage over him, you should have been able to at least drop him, hurt him, put a mark on his face. Yeah, I thought Kevin was doing good stuff with his jab, but he's doing just too much slap, cross hook stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just looked less impactful. Too much kind of slappy leg kicks that didn't look like it was hurting Jack Della Maddalena. And Jack did a good job of looking like he was the guy imposing his will. Now, Kevin's had some good performances. You know, what he did to Michael Chiesa. Your boy Chiesa was done pretty dirty. Darce choked him to death. And then how he performed against Santiago Ponzinibbio was a really good performance, getting him out of there, knocking him out. So Kevin's a good striker. He's obviously a guy that when you see him compete... Sorry for the interruption, y'all. Phone was tripping. But like I was saying, Kevin's a good fighter. When you see him compete, he does his thing. He has really fun fights. He puts it all on the line. But the problem is, it's always going to be the problem with Kevin. He always has that barrier of winning those important fights. And I put this in this kind of area of an important fight. I think Michael Venom Page is going to find the shot. He's going to knock him out. I say he gets it done in the second round. I think it's just going to be one of those things. Is Kevin does a really dumb thing of jumping in. And I think Michael catches him while he jumps in. with the straight right. He drops him and he finishes him with ground and pound in the second round. I am picking Michael Venom Page to be a second round knockout. I think it's going to be a really good fight. I really hope Kevin goes out here, fights like a genius, fights really smart. We're all rooting for Kevin, but it's just one of those things. Is Kevin's lost some really big fights, and I just kind of see him being a gatekeeper. I think the UFC wants to do Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Michael Venom Page on a UK card, on a, United Kingdom fight night, something like that, in the UK. I think they just want to take as much or squeeze as much juice as they can get out of Michael Venom Page, and they're going to use Kevin Holland to do it. Can Kevin Holland play spoiler? I hope, bro. I really hope. I hope Kevin finds that cojones to say, fuck it, I'm going to fight like a goddamn smart mixed martial artist and take this fight to the ground if he needs to, win in the clinch if he needs to, just do what he needs to do to win, and just be victorious. I really do hope he does that, but I don't know if he will, so it's going to be one of those weird things. But yeah, I'm rocking with Michael Venom Page by second round TKO. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. Like, comment, and share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all. Goodbye.
I'm going to go check that out. And, hey, subscribe to eBay's Fight Prediction. Let's keep the eBay Fight Predictions Nation growing.